The autumn wind is a pirate, blustering in from sea. With a rollicking song he sweeps along, swaggering boisterously. His face is weather-beaten. He wears a hooded sash, with a silver hat about his head, and a bristling black mustache. He growls as he storms the country, a villain big and bold. And the trees all shake and quiver and quake as he robs them of their gold. The autumn wind is a raider, pillaging just for fun. He'll knock you round and upside down and laugh when he's conquered and won.
What's going on, Raider Reaction, Raider Nation? What is going on, man? Week 3. I don't know why it says week 1, but we are in week 3, 1-1. Man, I missed last week. We had a baseball tournament, a lot of shit going on, so no pregame show happened last week. But I'm back this week and should be back for the rest of the season unless something crazy pops up. Usually going to do this show on Saturday nights. Had a football game last night for my son. So that's why that didn't work out, because we had a big win. Went to the pizza place, had some beer and shit. Didn't get home till late, so there's no point in fucking doing a show while I'm already all belligerent, drunk and shit. You know what I mean? We got to blow them out. Rex, love your enthusiasm, brother, but I'm not totally on board with Minshew Mania at the moment. Big win last week, though. I didn't think we were going to win, especially coming off that loss with the Chargers. The Ravens were trying to come off, or they were trying to, make up for that loss that they had against the Chiefs in week 1. I thought we had no shot, and I'll be honest with you. With the way that the team looked against the Chargers week 1, and with the Ravens coming off a tough loss against Kansas City the week before, I just wasn't 100% sure on how the Raiders were going to come out, and especially going in Baltimore against that good defense. You know, it was rough.
A beautiful day in Baltimore. Here comes the pressure. And guess who? Brock Bowers bulldozes his way, flying into the backfield.
Technical difficulties there. Sorry about that. But, yeah, tough game, man. I thought it was going to be a tough game for us to win. And it obviously was. We were down by 10 in the fourth quarter, ended up coming back and winning the game, man. The defense has been keeping us alive in these games. The offense is still kind of stale to me, in my opinion. We got to get better on the offensive side of the ball. The defense has been looking great. They just don't stop. Kuntz being out, man, that's a blow. He's out for the season now. But it was a good win. It was a good win last week. The offense looked really, really stale in the first 3 quarters, and then in the fourth quarter when it mattered and the defense was making stops, they ended up coming out and doing the damn thing. Right, Dale. Never an easy game for the Raiders. We're always sitting on the edge of our couch with the blood pressure just rising through the fucking roof. Games that we should fucking blow teams out, it never happens. You're right. The Raider way is always the hard way, and that's how it's always been, right? That's how it's always been since I've been a Raider fan, following this team, It's never been easy being a Raider fan, and that's all right. That's the thrill. That's the thrill of being a Raider fan. Is nothing's easy. We never know what's gonna happen, and bad shit just always happens to us, regardless of what's going on. It's just the way it goes. Let's get into the show. The head coaching matchup. We got 2 first-year coaches. Right? You got Antonio Pierce, 6-5. He's still above 500 as a head coach. And now we go over here against Coach Dave Canales. Didn't really know too much of him. Did some research on him while I was putting this thing together. Offense coordinator for the Bucs for the last couple years, I believe, or maybe it was just last season. Turn Baker Mayfield's fucking career around, man, if we want to give him the credit. But as of now, he's 0-2. His offense looks like shit, and his fucking defense is terrible. So Carolina does not have the best team on paper, right? They kind of lack a lot of talent. They do have some good receivers. They do not have a quarterback. Bryce Young was probably one of the biggest whiffs in the draft that I've seen in a long time. Account of what Carolina gave up to get him. They gave up a lot of picks for that Bears pick 2 years ago. And the crazy thing is the Bears won that trade as of right now with Caleb Williams as their starting quarterback. Panthers are in a tough spot. They're not a good team. They are considered the worst team in the NFL coming into this season and the way that they ended last season, right? There's a reason why the Bears had the number 1 pick, because that was Carolina's pick. Carolina was the worst team in the league last year, and they have started this year off looking like the worst team. First home game for Antonio Pierce of the season, his first home game as the official head coach of the Raiders. He's asking for the fans to show out, come out silver and black, all he wants to see around the stadium. Love to see that happen one time. Ever since we've been in Vegas, it's almost like a college game every single fucking time. So hopefully the Raider fans have opened up their fucking wallet, paid for some tickets, and they're now going out there to show out for the home opener today. I can't imagine seeing too many Carolina fans, if they even have dedicated fans like that go to travel. I mean, I wouldn't pay that much money to go to Vegas to watch my sorry-ass team play. So hopefully it's filled with silver and black, man. Like, it'd be nice to fucking see that. I haven't seen that one time in Vegas yet. I mean, shit, I even went to the game a few years ago when the Commanders were there, and I shit you not, on the Commanders sideline, it was like a college football game. It was probably 60-40. 60% Raider fans, 40% Washington fans. Really, really crazy to see. Vegas is expensive, but, I mean, so was Oakland when you went to stay in the Bay Area. You go stay at the La Quinta, and that motherfucker was like $200-$300 a night right in the ghetto. You know what I mean? So we can travel. we just got to open up the pocketbook, man. Like, honestly, it's really not that expensive. So I'm going to Monday night when the Falcons go there. And when the fucking schedule dropped, I booked my room. I got 2 nights at the Luxor for like $120, right? I mean, that's fucking cheap. Walking distance to the stadium. Ended up getting I got 4 tickets. We paid like $225 or something like that a ticket. It's not that expensive. The flight, you always book your flights during the holidays. Whenever there's a holiday coming around, fucking Labor Day, whatever it is, you get discount on the fucking flights. It's not that expensive if you plan it out right. You just got to know how to work the system. So really no excuse, man, to not be able to show up in Vegas. So that's the head coaching matchup for today's game. And we will go and check out the quarterback matchup. I'm going to play a quick video for you guys to check out.
A beautiful day in Baltimore. Here comes the pressure. And guess who? Brock Bowers bulldozes his way, flying into the backfield. Some frustration from the home fans here in Baltimore. Kick on the way, and it is good. That should do it.
Obviously a big victory, emotional victory, but how do we follow that up? Let's see what that looked like in front of our home crowd.
Inside Allegiant Stadium for the first time this year. Max Crosby. Touchdown Raiders. Some traffic is picked off by Robert Spillane. John Jones. Amazing. Let's go, Black Bullet. To the back, and he's caught. There for the touchdown. And drilled from behind. Ball's out. Big man running.
This is a great opportunity for us to come home in front of our family, fans, Raider Nation, the Black Hole.
Starts with us, it ends with us. Start fast, we finish faster. It's all on us, baby. Let's get it.
Well, a high video for y'all. I had something I had to do real quick. Usually do that at the end of the show. A little rough morning, rough start to the show. What's going on, Roland? What's up, man? It's going to be a good day, bro. I'm already drinking. Already got the beer flowing. What time? 8:26 in the morning, but it's Sunday, so there's an exception. There's an exception for Sundays and beer drinking during football season. There's an exception. So let's check out this quarterback matchup. The Panthers are going out there with Andy Dalton, the Red Rocket. First start of this season for him, replacing Bryce Young. Bryce Young's not happy. There's a lot of fucked up shit going on in Carolina. When you think your quarterback situation is worse, thank God there's another team that has a worse one going on. We got Gardner Minshew going out there. He's 1 for 1 on the season, 533 yards, 2 touchdowns, 2 picks. His record against Carolina is 1-1. Now, Andy Dalton got the thing for beating the Raiders. He's 4-0, but obviously that was with the Bengals when the Bengals had a good team, and we just were fucking absolutely terrible. Absolutely terrible. Roland, I was up at 6:30, man. I was up at 6:30, went to Walmart, got some shit for the day. Right? Always got to cook something up on Sundays, you know what I mean? Just in case people decide to pop their heads in at the house, you always got some food and shit ready to go. So I had to go up to Walmart, grab a couple things and shit like that. Mary, see, I would say it's going to be an easy win. You feel like it's going to be an easy win. But the Raiders find a way to make shit fucked up for us. So, no such thing as an easy win, as somebody said earlier, man. Man, I hope we can get some fucking turnovers, Wes. I hope we can get some turnovers. Fuck. I don't even know if we got any this year yet. Not sure. Anyways, the only thing that kind of freaks me out about this game is think about how many teams make a quarterback change. I mean, how many teams have we faced throughout I don't know, the last 2 or 3 seasons where there's a quarterback change or a quarterback got hurt, the backup came in, and we end up getting beat, right? I think last year was the Bears, right? With who the fuck is there? He's there right now. Can't think of his name. Right? He went out there fucking slinging the ball through the yard and beat us. Fucking Baker Mayfield. Remember that with the Rams 2 years ago? Went out there, had like 5 days with the fucking Rams and went out there and beat us. There's just something about teams when they replace their QB. The week they play the Raiders, that quarterback ends up fucking showing out and doing something remarkable. Right? Oh, Spillane, you're right. Spillane did have the fucking interception. He's a fucking dog. God, I love that dude. I think the Bears let him go, right? We got him from the Bears. Right. Roland, every fucking time there's been a quarterback change, it's like a curse or something, right? Hopefully that's not the case today. Hopefully Badgett, there you go. Remember that? The fucking Bears came in with Badgett, this fucking dude, and he ended up fucking whooping our ass. And then remember the Baker Mayfield thing with the Rams for 5 days, came in and we went to L.A. with our playoff hopes on the line, and the Rams beat us. I mean, it's just something about it. Something about it. I hope this is a new era, Royce. I hope. The Steelers, I remember that. Yeah, it's just like a fucking thing. It's like a thing that happens. Now, Gardner Minshew came out in the fourth quarter and started fucking tearing shit up last week, right? Oh, I would say the second half, right? Bowers got involved. It was fucking great to see what that dude's capable of. The offensive line has kind of been shaky. I'll give Minshew that. The offensive line has been shaky. We cannot get a running game going. I think we're barely over 100 yards on the ground in the 2 weeks, which is weird because I really thought that Zamir White was just going to come out and take the league by storm in the first couple weeks, but that hasn't been able to happen. Granted, the Chargers and Baltimore, they both have good defenses, so that's something. But you know what? You got to be better than the guys across from you. The line has just been kind of the line just looks weak. It doesn't look like they're in sync, which is weird because you got Colton Miller, you got Andre James, right? You got these guys there. You got I think Mumford's out there, right? And Parham, he kind of looks like he's been regressed this season. Jackson Powers had his first NFL game last week. Hopefully he starts getting, because that dude should be good. He should be a big piece for our offensive line. I really like that Jackson Powers pick. I feel like he will end up being something good. Maybe this line just needs to get in sync. The first couple weeks, a little rough on that offensive line. Hey, Dale, I seen that. You know what's funny is we had a travel baseball tournament last week, and we were sitting at the bar getting ready for my kid's game to start. And I think it was like at the end of the second half, right, man? I think it was almost towards the end of the second half. I was telling my wife, I said, look at AP, man. He went over to Getsky and said, I don't know what the fuck is going on, but this shit's got to change. Like, what's going on with this offense? This shit needs to start moving. It was funny. I said that shit, because I seen it, and I go, oh, man, he ain't happy. We'll see what happens, though. The offensive line's got to get better. Minshew barely has any time back there. Thank God that he's mobile. People wanted to see AOC out there. Honestly, guys, Aiden O'Connell would have got eaten alive because he can't fucking move. The guy's got fucking bricks for feet. The motherfucker is so goddamn slow back there. I don't even think having his arm and his accuracy back there would do us any good at this point, the way the offensive line has been playing. So we'll see what happens. You talking about Aiden O'Connell, a 7-step drop? That motherfucker, it might look like he's taking 7 steps because it takes so long to get back, but the motherfucker's only taking like 3. Even when you look at the handoffs are in like slow motion. He's just so slow. He's so slow. And he would be a good quarterback if he can get his footwork down. So you would think the motherfucker would have spent all offseason paying the best fucking agility trainers in the world to come help him with his footwork. Maybe he did. Maybe he just doesn't got it, right? Maybe he's just slow on his fucking feet and that's who he is. I don't know. But he could be a great quarterback if he can get that fucking footwork down. Maybe Tom Brady should just come and help him out. Because Tom Brady wasn't the fastest motherfucker in the world either. Maybe Peyton Manning, he needs to go to somebody. Because he can be a good quarterback. We've seen flashes of it last season. He's got a good arm. He's very accurate. He's just so slow. He's so goddamn slow. He's got to do something if he wants to end up being a starter in this league. But we're rolling with Minshew. And what Minshew showed in that second half last week showed a little bit of promise. Man. He was making good throws, throwing it in tight windows, got Bowers going. Bowers looked like a fucking dog last week. So we'll see. We'll see what happens. Damn, bro. To be honest, Wes, I don't even know who the fuck that is. But I am 31. You know what I mean? I don't even know who the fuck that is. I know like the Roger Staubach and shit like that. Like I looked at all that. I've looked at all shit like that. I know my history with the Raiders. I have no fucking idea who Daryl LaMonica is, bro. To be honest with you. No idea. No fucking idea. Oh, really? Okay. Devin, man, that's heartwarming right there, dude. That is heartwarming right there, man. That's great right there, bro. That's a good mess. Oh, man. I'm glad to see that. I got to get another round of applause for that. That's awesome, man. God bless you. God bless you. I hope everything gets good for your son, man. I got 4 kids of my own, and I can't imagine going through something like that. That's awesome, man. Oh, hell yeah. 5 holes in his heart, and he's home waiting for the game, man. That's great, man. That is so great. I hope everything gets good for you guys. God bless you, Devin, and your son. That's fucking awesome. That's fucking awesome, man. I love stories like this. You know what? He's gonna grow up and be a hell of a fighter, man. He's gonna be a dog, man. That's awesome. That's awesome, man. That's fucking awesome. Let's get a win for your son Raider, bro. Let's get a fucking win for your son Raider, man. Let's go, man. That makes my day right there. It really does, man. It really does. That's fucking awesome. Shout out to Devin Rogers. Shout out to your son Raider Andrew Rogers. Let's go, man. He's going to be great in this life, man. He's going to be great. That's fucking awesome. All right. Let's move on to the offense versus offense. Both offenses suck. Let's just be fucking blunt about it, right? The Panthers are just way bad. 13 points in 2 weeks, 352 total yards. This is like a game. Their stats are like one single game. Passing yards 204, rushing 148, no passing TDs, 1 rushing TD. Turnovers, they got 4 with 3 picks. So they said, Bryce Young, sit the fucking bench, bro. You're done, which I don't agree with that. Poor kid. I mean, I'm kind of – I don't know if you guys seen that with Tom Brady when he was like, I think it's crazy that we throw these kids out there and expect – these rookies out there and expect them to be great. They got fucking a year and a half to show something. If they don't show it, they get fucking spit up. They get chewed up and spit out. Fuck, I don't think Bryce Young's a bad quarterback. He's small, but there's a lot of small quarterbacks in this league. I mean, you got Baker Mayfield. He's tiny. You had Drew Brees back in the day. Lamar Jackson ain't that big, what's Russ? Russ is like 6 foot. I mean, they didn't give Bryce Young enough talent and time to show what he's going to do. Like, Andy Dalton should get fucking chewed up and spit out in this game too, to be honest. Yeah, Bryce is just getting beat the fuck up. Beat the fuck up. It's going to be ginger on ginger fucking problems today. Max Crosby is going to show who the better ginger is out on that field today. We look at the Raiders. Raiders offense ain't been that good. We only got 36 points on the season. Not as bad as that team we're going up against, right? 556 total yards, 458 passing, 98 rushing, 2 touchdowns all over the air, 1 on the ground, 4 turnovers, 2 picks, two fumbles. When I look at these two offenses going head-to-head, we obviously have the better offense. We have a lot of talent on our offense. You really got to look at Bauer show that he is NFL ready. He's fucking ready to play. Our line just has to get better. We got to get Zamir right. We got to get Zamir going. We have to get the running game established for Gardner Minshew to be successful, and that's the way every great NFL team is. If you have a good running game, your passing game will fucking torch defenses all the time. So we only got 90. We don't even, like I said earlier, we don't even have 100 total rushing yards on the season as a team. 98 fucking rushing yards in 2 games. That is not a recipe for success. The Raiders have got to get it together. The offensive line has got to get it together. Zamir White he's got to do something. He's the number 1 back. It's the spot he wanted. He is a good back. He has the talent to be that guy. Shit's just got to get in sync. Week 3, it's got to get better. Come week 4, we should be ready to go. Everybody should be in sync. Okay, I understand they didn't really play that many preseason games. They didn't get out there to get their feet wet. That's why I don't like the starters sitting out for the whole preseason. Because it always takes a while to get football game ready, right? Week 3 should get better. It should get better. It could, Dale. It could very well be the momentum starter for this team. The offensive line has got to come out to play, and we got to fucking hit off all phases of the game to start. Let's go ahead and see what the experts think.
Maybe the Carolina Panthers can get lucky on the strip this week. I mean, that's where it happens, right? They take on the Raiders, who hit the jackpot in Baltimore last week.
Carlson kick on the way, and it is
Jackpot, baby! Layups in the NFL. The Black Hole isn't expecting a layup, though. They're going to be expecting a dunk, no disrespect. They can point to their offense versus Carolina's defense. Gardner Minshew with over 270 yards passing last week, a mid-90s rating. Late game big throws, he was Rico Dynamite.
Minshew looking down the sideline deep, and Adams has it again!
Panthers have to cover the crunchy Taco King, Devontae Adams, 110 yards, a TD in their upset win.
White, no, it's Minshew, touchdown! Devontae Adams!
Crunchy Taco, still the TB GOAT, right? And Vegas' loving tight end Brock Bowers. He was in full Ferris ditch mode, 9 catches on 9 targets for 99 yards. Okay, 98 yards, but still.
Brock Bowers bulldozes his way to the 1!
Carolina's defense, they got trucked by the Saints in week 1, but maybe they're the new greatest show on turf. Then they gave up 26 to the Chargers last week, gave up 2 TD passes to Justin Herbert, a 100 rating.
Herbert's going to the end zone for Johnston. He's got it! What a shot in the arm that was.
But let's be fair, Carolina's defense isn't really the problem. Panthers scored 10 points week 1, 3 points last week.
Look at the 2 defenders right in the middle. You can't throw that ball.
And that led to the benching of Bryce Young, a sub-60 rate last week, only 84 yards, no touchdowns, an INT. It was a showing that had all the Joe Beer cans of America going, I could do that.
If he can't make these plays, he can't succeed in the NFL.
In this case, Joe Beer can goes by the name Andy Dalton, the longtime vet getting the call this week. He gets a Raiders defense that held Lamar Jackson to a low 80s rate. Only 1 touchdown allowed, and they picked him off.
And that pass is, yes, that's an interception.
Wes and the Humongous can't hold off Mad Max. How can his tackles? Crosby's coming this week, 2 sacks last week after picking up 1 the week before.
Here comes the pressure, and guess who? Max Crosby!
Sterling Archer's like? Is phrasing really dead? These two have only met 7 times ever. Raiders up 4-3 in the series. How about their 2016 bout? Cam Newton, Derek Carr days, 35-32 shootout. Seabass with the winner late in the fourth quarter.
Who the fuck is Edom to pick the Panthers to win this game? Is just being a straight hater. That's just being a straight fucking hater, bro. Whatever. Someone's got to be that guy, right? Somebody's got to be the guy. Whatever. Let's check out the Davante Adams stats, man. We always usually do this. The DA coming out there on the 24th season, 18 targets, 14 receptions, 169 yards, 1 touchdown, and he's averaging 12 yards per catch. So, Minshew started force-feeding this motherfucker, and I have a feeling Davante was like, bro, just give me the ball. Find me, I'll be open, and if I'm not open, give it to me. I'll find a way to catch the ball. Davante Adams is that guy, has been that guy, and is still that guy. He got this offense rolling, right? And then now, with Minshew having some confidence in Bowers, this is going to open up the game a lot. So I don't like to give excuses because I feel when you go out there as an NFL quarterback to start a game, you should be motherfucking ready to go, right? But he had to get some game time with his guys. They didn't play in the fucking preseason. Minshew did play in the preseason. Davante didn't. I don't think Bowers did. I think Bowers was a little banged up. So we'll see what happens. I think the offense was starting to gel against a good defense in the Baltimore Ravens in the second half of that game. So hopefully they pick up where they left off. Feed Davante the ball when times are tough, and things will work out great for you. Let's go ahead and check out the defensive matchup against these two teams. We got another advantage in this game. The Panthers are so bad. So bad that they're damn near last in every fucking category that's important on the defensive side of the ball. Total yards, they gave up 728 yards. That's 2 games. 32nd in the league. Passing yards, they gave up 329. That's top 10. That's okay. But rushing yards, where we really need it, they've given up 148 rushing yards in the 2 games, and they are 32nd in the motherfucking league. That's not right. That's 348. My bad. 348 rushing yards. That's 32nd in the league. And they've given up 73 motherfucking goddamn points in 2 games. That's bad. That's, 36 and a half points a game in 2 fucking games? With an offense that is struggling with the Raiders, this is exactly the game that they need to get the confidence high and get the ball rolling. Literally, get the ball fucking rolling. Raiders. Numbers don't look too great, but the eye test says that they are. Total yards, 699. That's 24th in the league. They've given up 372 over the air in 2 games. That's actually not bad considering that you were going up against Lamar Jackson and Justin Herbert in the first 2 games at 16th in the league. Rushing defense needs to get better. They lacked it last year. That has to get better. You know what's crazy is before the passing defense got good, the rushing defense was great. Now we're having a hard time stopping the ground game, but our secondary has ticked it up a notch. So we got to get in the middle here. We give up a lot of fucking yards on the ground. That's got to change because that ends up opening the big plays down the field when it comes to passing. Now, points against is 45. Jesus Christ, I really fucked this shit up. That's 20th in the league. It's not 454. Yeah, see, man. Man. It just makes me mad when I fuck up the show with some typos and shit. But you look at these defenses, we got a good defense. Our defense is fucking It's going to be a top 10 defense by the time week 7 or week 8 comes. We're going to be a fucking defense everybody is talking about. This is week 3, 2 games in the books. Stats are kind of, if we have like 10 or 20 less total yards, we fucking get up in that top 10. So don't read too much into the stats this early. We all know, we all watch. The defense is great. It's going to be great. It's going to be what carries this team to the playoffs if we get there. We all know that. We know that our quarterback position is a little fucking lame at the moment, but our defense is keeping us in these games. They're keeping us. I mean, how many points did we give up in the first half in both of these games? Like 6? I think that's what it was. I think against the Chargers, we only gave up a couple field goals, and then last week we only gave up a couple field goals going into the half. So the defense is good. The red zone defense is getting better. The offense has just got to start clicking, because this defense will get tired eventually being out there for majority of the game, especially in the first half. So the offense has got to figure out how to get the time of possession clock up, right? That way the defense has a little bit more time to rest on them sidelines. But we got a good leader in Max Crosby, right? We seen it last week. That was one of the coolest things to see, is when Gardner Minshew threw that interception and Max Crosby had him on the sideline and said, "Don't worry, we got you." Like, that shows you what kind of leader he is. That shows you where this team is at locker room wise. They got each other's back, and that's all you can ask for. I think that was great by Max, man, and that's who he's always been on this team. And he's only getting better as a leader and as a player, and that's huge for this squad. Like, usually it's a quarterback who's the guy on the team. Everybody turns to him. Like, we got something different with the Raiders, where it's our fucking defensive end who is the heart and soul of this fucking squad. So, big ups to Mad Max on that, man. I think that really, really gave Minshew a lift in his spirits, and fucking just had him saying, all right, let's go do this thing. Let's go ahead and look at the Max Crosby stats, man. This guy's unbelievable. What a fucking game he had last week, man. He was all over the goddamn place like he is all the time. He's got 7 tackles on the year, 4 assists, 5 tackles for loss. No forced fumbles yet, but those are going to come with a sack here and there. 3 sacks on the season. I think he got to Lamar Jackson twice last week. He's good. Man, he's good. He's fucking great. Motherfucker should have won Defensive Player of the Year a couple years ago. Or no, I'm sorry. Rookie Defensive Player of the Year when him and Bosa both came in the league. When you look at those stats, you're like, how the fuck did Max not get that? Max has been hated on. But that's good for us, because that just fuels him more. I don't know if I watch his podcast, man. I love that podcast that he has. The motherfucker is a dog, and he's hungry. And when he gets snubbed out of shit, it just makes him want to go even harder. So if you're asking me, they can snub him every single year, because he's only been getting better and better and better and better and better. Like, the dude played with a terrible injury last year and was still one of the best fucking defensive rushers in the league. I mean, the players rated him number 10 in the league for top 100 players out of all positions. That tells you what kind. He is that guy. Max Crosby is that fucking guy. He's the heart and soul of this team. He's the fucking dude who carries us every single week in, week out, playing. It's amazing what this guy is to this team. And fuck, we're so lucky to fucking have him. Man, he's just such a dog. And I feel like he's going to fucking just get in. He's going to be in fucking Andy Dalton's ass all fucking goddamn day today. All fucking day today. Let's look at the injuries. We're getting ready to wrap this shit up. I got to get in there and start fucking cooking the food for the day. You got Malcolm Kuntz out. He's done for the season. That fucking sucks ass. Divine Diablo, big fan of Diablo. He's out with an oblique injury. Those are the 2 major injuries reports for the week. No Malcolm Kuntz, done for the year. Sucks to see because he was really starting to turn the corner, and I think this is a contract year for him. So I was really rooting for him to go out there and show what he can do, because now we got to rely on Tyree Wilson, who hasn't really been the first-round pick that he was supposed to be. Almost kind of non-existent, to be honest. He's kind of been a disappointment, in my opinion. Divine Diablo out with an oblique. Kind of sucks because I'm a Diablo fan, man. I really like Diablo. I feel like he's that hybrid safety linebacker fucking guy, and he really just is all over the fucking field. I think he led the team in tackles last season. Sucks to see him out. Hopefully he gets healthy and he's ready to go next week. I feel like these injuries aren't – the Diablo injury isn't a big blow for this week, but we're going to need him healthy coming down the stretch. Malcolm Kuntz, that's a shame, man. It's a fucking shame because this guy was expected to just have this fucking big season after last season, towards the end where he just started tearing the shit up and coming through and being that guy on the other side of Max and causing fucking havoc on the other side of that offensive line for the opposing team. And now we don't get to see it. We don't get to see how better he grew. And that's a shame because when you listen to everybody that talks about Kuntz is that he's pretty much like Max, right? Trying to match that intensity, trying to match that energy to get better day in and day out. And to have him out for the season, man, that fucking hurts. That fucking hurts. Hopefully Wilson fucking starts turning the corner because we drafted him in the first round. Fuck. I got like that because it just popped in my head that we could have had fucking CJ Stroud instead of fucking Tyree Wilson. God, that motherfucker. McDaniels just fucking pops in my head and it just fucking ruins my fucking day sometimes. Can't stand that motherfucker. I hope he never gets a motherfucking job in the NFL ever again. He's one of the worst coaches I've ever seen that's had 2 chances and he just completely fucks up the second chance he had. Damn, we could have had CJ Stroud, y'all. Fuck. Whatever. It is what it is. We're stuck with Minshew Mania for the time being. If the defense can play good and Minshew can just be that game manager, we got a good shot to make a run this season. It's a good shot. The quarterback position just got to get better. Let's look at the prediction. Got the prediction coming in. Yeah, fuck McDaniels, that motherfucker. Fuck him. Here's a prediction I got. I got us 24-10. We should score more than 24, especially considering that the Panthers are averaging about 36.5 points per game against the opposing offense. But I am just not confident in our offense. I'm not confident in Minshew. I'm not confident how the running game's been going. Hopefully this week it changes, but I still I still think we win 24-10. I hope it's a blowout. I don't think it will be because we all know how the Raiders fucking make their fans feel. Stress the fuck out. It's probably going to be a tight game in the first half. We're going to be like, what the fuck's going on? And then I think in the second half, they just kind of steamroll them and we come out with the win. And the fourth quarter just dominate. We'll see. I got the prediction 24-10. I hope it's like 37-10. I just don't want to go out there and go out on a limb. I thought we were going to smoke the Chargers, to be honest with you. Going into week 1, I think I had the score like 31-14 or some shit. Everybody thought I was crazy. Obviously, I was because that's not what happened. I just feel like our defense is so dominant. Our offense should be just scoring. I mean, we have good field position a lot of the game, and the offense is just not moving the fucking ball. Hopefully, after last week, uplifts the offense. Good spirits for Minshew. And he goes out there and just slings that rock everywhere. Zamir White's got to get the game going on the ground. The offensive line has got to step it up a notch. If that can happen, I think we blow them out. But I'm expecting I'm expecting me to be sitting on the edge of my seat in that living room wondering what the fuck is going on and why are we not smoking these motherfuckers, because that's just the Raider way. It's a good show, man. I appreciate you guys tuning in, man. Hope you enjoyed it. Like we like to say here at Raider Reaction, it's all about the peace, the love, and the Raider Nation. I hope you guys have a good, blessed Sunday. Spend it with your families or whatever the fuck you like to do. Smoke your blunts, drink your beer, your fucking liquor, whatever it is that you do to enjoy Sunday football. I hope you enjoy it, and I hope the Raiders can make it even better with the fucking dub today. I am done with the show for this week. I will see you guys next weekend, Saturday night. Maybe. We got a big game next weekend. My son's got a big game next weekend against this team in fucking Pop Warner. It's going to be a big game. So if we win that game, I might just fucking party with the coaches and get all fucking hammered and shit on Saturday night. But if not, I will be here with the show. And if it's not Saturday night, it will be Sunday morning. I will be back here to give you guys my opinions that you probably don't care about, but I hope you enjoy it. Have a good one. Love you guys. Thank you for tuning in, man. Let's go get this dub. Raider Nation.
A beautiful day in Baltimore. Here comes the pressure. And guess who? Brock Bowers bulldozes his way, flying into the backfield. Some frustration from the home fans here in Baltimore. Kick on the way, and it is good. That should do it.
Obviously a big victory, emotional victory, but how do we follow that up? Let's see what that looked like in front of our home crowd.
Inside Allegiant Stadium for the first time this year. Max Crosby. Touchdown Raiders. Some traffic is picked off by Robert Spillane. John Jones. Let's go, Black Woman. In the back, it is caught. There for the touchdown. And drilled from behind. Ball's out. Big man running.
This is a great opportunity for us to come home in front of our family, fans, Raider Nation, the Black Hole.
Starts with us, it ends with us. Start fast, we finish faster. It's all on us, baby. Let's get it.